Stacking wood, baby. Stacking wood. Many people stack rows right next to each other, and when the sides are close to each other, they're not exposed and the wood doesn't dry as fast. Now, the second method of stacking wood is the round method, popular in Europe. And how you start that out is that you line up logs in at least 8-foot diameter, and you put them like so, and you pick logs that are about 45-degree angle, which would be not bigger than this, all around like that. Like so, on the bottom. This creates a nice circle, and inside you put odd-shaped pieces, round logs or like weird shapes, which also gives you the chimney effect, so the wood dries faster. Now, as you can see that the ends of these logs are pointing down, but eventually, because they are rectangular, they start going up, and that's why periodically you have to keep adding some more 45-degree pieces to keep them all pointing down, so you can easily create a circle and it doesn't tip this way. Now there's 3/4 of this dome or round method missing here because I used it in the winter, but as you stack it up and you go maybe 8 feet tall, if you're a giant, then the problem is that the circle gets smaller and these logs start overlapping and they don't want to point down, and it just makes for more difficult stacking. But eventually it becomes shorter at the top and it looks like a dome. On top of the dome you can put logs with bark facing up to protect the dome and the rest of the wood from getting wet. Now this is the third method of stacking wood, which I would call the oval shaped. It's a pretty good method because the ends are still exposed. In the center it creates a chimney effect where the ends are pointing up and it looks a bit like an egg. The only dilemma with this method, like with the second one, is that wood cannot be easily stacked in a roundabout way because it's rectangular, but the effect might be worth it. Now this is the last, fourth method of stacking wood, which would be kind of rectangular, where you're getting rid of the oval effect at the ends, and to make it very stable you make columns from logs like so. I also made a circumference of logs that are about 1/8 of a log thick, and I'm putting them on an angle. So these logs that I'm putting on top are facing inside on an angle as well. I will be stacking it now to show you how it happens. Okay, once you have the area cleared and somewhat leveled, what you do is start by creating the pillars on the 4 corners, and that would be stacking logs like so. Make them very stable. And just keep going up, and then you create a circumference with logs like this. And here now, once you establish a perimeter, you can start putting the odd-looking pieces in the center. So as you keep stacking the wood, and you do it gradually, outside and inside. The most important thing that you could do in the beginning is leave yourself a way in, an opening that you can go in without tripping and keep putting in your vertical logs. Now again, this structure resembles a chimney, because you have the logs on the outside on a bit of an angle, so all the moisture could come out, and the logs on the inside vertical. One more thing that I'd like to mention is that the vertical pieces you keep putting against pieces that are laying down, especially when you see that they're beginning to slide down a little bit, just to keep them all up. And we'll just keep going. See you later. Making some progress here. As you can see, this pyramid-like structure keeps going up. And another advantage that I could see, that if any of it falls, it will be falling inside, not outside. It won't be peeling like a banana, like the round structure, for example. Things are good. See you later. So you could see the piles of firewood are getting much smaller, and we're progressing into this nice structure. Filling it in.